What's going on, y'all? So this is part two of me looking to upgrade my studio monitors. In this video, I'm going to go over my wish list and just tell you what I'm looking for in a new pair of studio monitors. So regarding the sound, I'm looking for mid-range clarity, high-end extension, of course, width and imaging. But what's really important to me is a strong focus center image. And when I had the PMCs, that's one thing it really excelled at was a very strong and focused center image. And I spent a lot of time tweaking my monitors, trying to get my center image perfect. And I really didn't have to tweak the PMCs. I just put them on the stands and I had a great center image just right away. So that's one thing that I'm really looking for. I mentioned that it has to have a high pass filter because I will be using this with a sub, and if it doesn't have a high pass filter, it's going to play at full range while my sub handles the lows as well, which means I'm going to be doubling up the low end. I'm going to be connecting these to a monitor controller. So if I was connecting from the monitors right to the sub, then yeah, it'll cut off the low end of the monitors. But because I'm not, I need to have a high pass filter on the monitor. So that's a must. And it's got to be something that, if you follow my podcast, the Faders Up podcast, my co-host O'Shea says that his gear plugins has to look sexy. So I definitely want some monitors that are going to be nice to look at. A lot of monitors just seem plain to me. So definitely looking for something that's nice on the design. And I'd like something that has some innovation. I feel like monitors really haven't had any innovation over the past several years. And I guess maybe DSP has evolved in monitors. And speaking of DSP, I know some people don't like or not a fan of DSP in monitors. I really don't care. I didn't even know that the Scepter S6s had DSP in them, but if it's going to make the monitor sound better, I'm fine with that. So I'm fine with DSP. It's not a must, but it would be nice. As far as EQ features on the back, I really don't care about that because I'm going to run it pretty full range, not full range, but linear. So I really don't care about the EQ settings because my room is treated. Um, so in the last video I said that all brands were, it was fair game for all brands, and I'm kind of walking back on that because what I would prefer is a monitor from a smaller company, maybe a less well-known company, and just the reason being, this is just my preference. This is just me. I don't like to use gear that everyone else is using. So if you look at a lot of the gear in my studio, I don't have a lot of gear that everyone else is using. I don't have a lot of gear that's extremely popular. And I kind of want to keep that with the monitors. So that's going to kind of, at least for right now, kind of take off the list. Maybe like Atom, Focal, Dynaudio. These are really popular companies. Now, if I go through some monitors and I don't find what I want, it certainly may lead me to Focal, Dynaudio, Atom, but it's just my preference. I would like a monitor from a smaller company. I like to support the smaller people. So that's my wish list of what I'm looking for in these new pair of monitors. Again, like I said in the first video, if I don't find anything, I very well may just stick with the Scepter S6s, which I think if I end up doing that, I'm going to get rid of my M-Audio SBX10 sub and get the PreSonus sub to match it. So there's my wish list for the monitors, and comment. Let me know what are some things that are some must-have in monitors for you. Oh, I forgot one. The volume knob. I don't like the little small variable volume controls on some monitors. Not really a fan of those. I'd prefer something that's kind of detinted and that I can just level match and dial in very easily. But let me know what are some of your must-have in monitors. All right, I'll catch y'all next time. I want to invite you to check out my podcast, the Faders Up Podcast, where we discuss pro audio and beyond. We discuss everything from recording to gear to the music business. So if you're an audio engineer, songwriter, recording artist, music producer, this podcast is for you. We recently started season 2, and we're going to have a lot of listener questions on this season, as well as some really cool guests that's lined up and giveaways as well. So if you've already subscribed and followed the podcast, thank you. If you haven't, it's available on all platforms, and I encourage you to check it out. Also, rate it and review it and let us know what you think.